Hi everyone!
Hello.
Welcome to the first episode of Straits Live, Wine It Begins. So this is done by Straits Wine Company in conjunction with Praelum. My name is Clement and today we have here with us Gerald and Nicholas.
Hello.
So I'm from the Beverage Clique, so I'm a senior associate trainer. So the Beverage Clique is a beverage school obviously, and we handle all things beverage from wines, sakes, teas, whiskey, you name it, anything beverage related, we are a master of them and we teach a lot of students in the industry in Singapore. And Gerald, would you like to give us a little bit of an introduction about yourself?
Hi guys, thank you so much for coming online today to join us. We are really happy to be here because I can skive off work today and then I can be here with you guys, which is always a good thing, and drinking wines with you guys, although online. So I'm Gerald and I am a sommelier. Obviously, you know, I'm a sommelier because I like to drink a lot, but I don't have money to drink, so I have to work and then drink on the expense of others who are drinking and pretend I'm tasting professionally. So that's what I pretty much do. I've been a sommelier for, this will be almost my 15th year now. Every time I say that, it gets a bit sad, but I get it older. 15 years now as a sommelier, but enjoying every moment of it,
of course.
You know? And of course, I also sit on the board to help to manage the sommeliers in Singapore so that no one goes crazy or anything like that. Yeah, so just to keep things in check a little bit. But other than that, that's pretty much what I do.
Okay.
Great time, and of course, I occasionally send our students, our sommeliers from Praelum to the Beverage Clique as well. Excellent courses, excellent courses. Right, so you should too.
Okay.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Gerald. Nicholas, would you like to introduce a bit
So
yourself?
for myself, I'm from Straits Wine Company. I'm very honored to be sitting here with two very experienced sommeliers here today.
No.
The reason I say experienced because my wine journey started in 2020. So 1 year plus, almost 2 years. I got my reset level 3 in 2021 with the Beverage Clique.
See, Beverage Clique, that's where you want to be.
Yes. So that's pretty much my experience. So why am I here in the wine industry? Obviously because like Gerald, I love to drink at the expense of others.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I think we all do.
Yeah.
So that's me. And thank you for joining this Facebook Live today with Praelum.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the introduction. And for all those of you who are still getting ready, if you sign up with us, there's a package for you to have. And you should have your placemat and you put your wines in your glasses right now. Yes, just to make sure that it's easily accessible. And also for those of you who ordered the food package, and do try to put them in front of you. Really nice package over here that's done by the Praelum Bistro. Okay. So before we begin, just going to do a little bit of an introduction about Straits Wine Company. It has been around for 16 years already, and they have 9 outlets. And right now, the Straits Wine Company, they are doing a bit of a facelift, so lots of renovation to make it a bit more cleaner, nicer and more cozy for your wine drinking session. Would you like to talk more about Straits Wine Company with us, Nick?
Sure. So Straits Wine Company is essentially a wine distributor. We have retail and wholesale presence across Singapore and Malaysia. So like what Clement said, we have 9 outlets in Singapore. How we function is that we are like a treasure hunter to wines. So we find the best gems from all over the world, including very unique places like Georgia, India, Lebanon, even China. And we bring the gems to you here in Singapore. Yep, so 95% of our portfolio is exclusive. So we carry mainly artisanal, family-owned wineries, and we make sure that you get to taste the best from all these small little wineries from all over the world here at Straits Wine.
Oh, interesting. Very impressive. Huh? You said 95%
Yes,
exclusively
right.
distributed.
95%.
Wow, that's really, really good to hear. All right, thanks for the
Thank you so
introduction.
much.
Okay. Gerald, would you like to talk a little bit about Praelum?
Sure. There's nothing else I usually talk about. But first of all, Praelum is a wine bar, and our job as in a wine bar is basically to bring 95% of the exclusivity that they carry onto our wine bar, and then we sell it to 95% of the customers who want to drink the wines at our place. Of course, it's a small wine bar. We're very lucky to have been around for about just over a decade now, so this will be our 11th year. Hopefully, we can still keep going and doing this. So thank you so much for friends out there who are watching for the support. Of course, what we do is basically just bring wines, laughter, a bit of giggles to you guys in a very casual setting. This is my attire, it says cork puller, which means a sommelier, that's
very professional cork puller.
Absolutely, yeah, so that's it. So nothing, it's a really, really casual place that we just want to drink wines, good wines obviously. We try our best to bring that to you on the table, and we work with people like Straits Wine. So that is why thank you so much, Straits Wine, for having
you so
us
much.
today and
Thank you for
doing this
your support.
little partnership. No, we're very happy to do this. And that's pretty much what Praelum is about, you know. So come on by Duxton Hill when you're free. Yeah.
Yes, come on by.
Come on by.
Okay, thanks for the mini introduction. So now we're just going to move on to a bit of the tasting. I know all of you are thirsty and a bit peckish already.
Okay.
So maybe just to how you can appreciate your wine better, we can go through like some tips of how to do so.
Right.
Normally when we taste wines, we always try to go through the appearance first, and then we move on to the nose, which is to smell your wines, and then we go to the tasting. And lastly, you form kind of like a conclusion whether you like it or not, or you know, something about the wine. So maybe I'll go how to look at your wine.
Okay.
So most of the time, always to hold your glass away from you, like tilted away from you, and try to have like a white background on. Maybe you can use the back of your placemat if you want to, yeah? Or like you have Nick here, you got a white shirt, you can use that
use the
to
tissue
see
paper.
the color. Or sometimes when you go to a restaurant and they have a white tablecloth, fine, it's really good. So you are able to see the color of the wine and the intensity of it properly. Okay, so once we're done, we can see the color of the first wine. Okay, very good. Lemon, okay, very good. Would you like to tell us how we can smell our wines better, Nick?
Sure. So of course you swirl it first. Don't swirl it so hard because you'll splash all over your clothes.
So the swirling helps with getting the air in. Right?
Air in, you know, let the wine evaporate a little bit, get the odor
Yeah, the flavors
out.
bring the flavors
Yes.
come out.
And then you
Okay.
put your whole nose into the glass.
Like that?
All the way in.
Like that. Okay.
Sniff. The reason why you do this is because you don't want any flavors to escape.
Right.
And then you appreciate the flavor. So you get typically the fruity aromas. If there's oak, you get the butter, you know, the chocolate,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Okay.
And that's how you appreciate wine through the nose.
The nose.
And
Okay.
Gerald will bring us through the palate.
Yeah, how to taste. Well, I'll drink first.
Before I bring the palate, I need to work my palate. So okay.
Warm up,
So
warm up.
basically, when you guys are tasting, I mean, there's no like crazy rules here or anything exceptional to taste. What you want to do is just put some liquid in your mouth. Make sure it's a substantial amount, not too much that you want to choke on it, or not too little that you can't taste anything. You know, it's a nice amount in your mouth. You're gonna bring that wine around the mouth. So people will teach you things like, oh, you know, you gotta put it on the tongue and then roll it around here and there, back, forth, up, down, or something like that. Some video game code like that, you know, left, up, down. That's not what you want to do. You want to just bring it around and gargle it. Like just in the morning, you gargle your mouth like mouthwash. Put it around. Then you want to just focus the flavor profiles and the structure on certain parts of your tongue. The tip here, yeah, right here, which is to get sweetness. You want to feel that sweetness over here, and that's what you really want to do.
Yeah.
And then you want to have that acidity at the side. Yeah, yeah, and you feel this like prickly kind of sensation, right? And then you know that's this is salivating. Like 3 seconds is normal. Then like 5 to 8 seconds,
Like
get something a
very
bit
sour, high
longer.
acidity.
Then 10 seconds, you know this really high acidity. And then at the back, when you swallow, you feel the alcohol, the back of the throat, that warmth in the chest. That's what you want to feel.
Okay.
And all these things come together. Nothing should overpower one or the other. And that's where you know we have this thing called a balanced wine.
Like a good.
All right, so it's like balance. It's like the flavor you may not enjoy. You know, maybe this flavor not my thing. But then the palate, what you have is a well-made wine that's really tasty. Flavor, no one's going to teach you lah. If you like the flavor, you like the flavor. You know, don't have to go crazy about it. And I think one last thing I forgot, which was actually the finish. You want to count the number of seconds at the end. If it's like got 5, 6 seconds, it's pretty good. If you're like 10 seconds, it's a really good wine. And some wines, you know, tomorrow you still remember the taste.
Okay.
Yeah, those are what we call
Long
the finish.
finish.
The length, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
That's tasting, you know. That's all.
Thanks for that, Gerald.
No.
So a lot of things has been said about the wines, but at the end of the day, really, it's whether or not you like the wine. So
Yeah,
everyone's different, everyone's got different preferences. So yes, you can take account into what we said, but if you don't want to, just nice or not, that's it.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
So talk less, drink more. Come, let's taste the
Here we go,
first set
guys.
of wines.
Yeah, let's have some food and we taste.
Yeah.
That's why I did not eat all day.
Okay, Nick, would you like to talk about wine one, please?
So wine number 1 that you have is a Sauvignon Blanc from Marlborough, New Zealand. So why did we pick this wine? Because Sauvignon Blanc, New Zealand, they always come together. New Zealand is always well known, quite varietal Sauvignon Blanc. You also have to remember that. So we run through the aromas.
Okay, let's look.
So Shane just now put a whole nose into the glass. You get the very strong gooseberry. So gooseberry is actually a strong trademark of Sauvignon Blanc in New Zealand. In fact, it is the flavor compound that actually makes Sauvignon Blanc in New Zealand so popular.
And so unique, eh?
So New Zealand is like really exciting for Sauvignon Blanc. It's one of those places that the world discovered it back in the 80s,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
then, you know, it's like it just went crazy after in the 80s, and they were voted one of the most exciting wines that came out of the market. And you know, back in 85, 86, we were talking about like 17 wineries in Marlborough. And now there's like 340, 50 wineries. It's just a massive
Crazy.
boom in 30 over years. And all of them selling
Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay, come, let's taste.
Yes.
Wow, super refreshing, super citrusy.
Yes. The kind of thirst-quenching flavors. So Sauvignon Blanc is always the go-to wine when it's hot weather, you want something cool, icy, refreshing. Just take Sauvignon Blanc from
Correct, and then
Marlborough,
it's got always this like gooseberries, you know, freshly cut grass, right? Like you go outside, then the guy go and clang the grass, the guy, you know,
Yes.
then they got the grass, the fresh grass smell, that's how it kind of smells like.
Yes.
And then some people say, I don't know, I don't have cats at home, but it smells like cat's pee. Firstly, I don't know why you smell cat's pee, but then if you do, apparently it smells like that, and apparently people love it. It's very therapeutic to drink it. I don't know. I enjoy Sauvignon Blanc, so maybe I'm one of those. And also, you know, the food. Have you tried the brie? Yeah. So I think today what we put together is a nice little brie over here. So it's a bit creamy. What we want to do is get the acidity just to cut through that richness of the brie, the richness of the brie. How acid cuts through fat and richness. Just like at home, right? You guys buy Hokkien mee, right? You know, and you Hokkien mee, and then you know you have the Hokkien mee plate, and then you have the lime at the side, and then you squeeze the lime, right? But why you squeeze the lime? You don't know why you squeeze the lime because your mother tell you to squeeze the lime from here. You young, oh, got lime, must squeeze lah. Yeah, but what happens is that the lime cuts through that richness, that pork stock, you know, the seafood, that oiliness of noodles when you fry the eggs and stuff like that. It lifts the dish completely. So the Sauvignon Blanc's idea is exactly that. That's what we want to do. We want to lift that brie. So I think that's what we do.
Totally imagine that like a really, really
Yes.
well balanced and a refreshing. I can bring this
Correct.
on a picnic.
And Hokkien mee.
And Hokkien mee.
And Hokkien mee.
So a very versatile wine. You can pair it with anything, like Hokkien mee to picnic to even the cheese.
Absolutely.
So if you want to feel so gelad, right, drink more Sauvignon Blanc.
Drink more Sauvignon Blanc.
Interesting that you mentioned it, the cheese, for those of you who got the package, actually this is the cheese from Aorangi.
Oh yes, it is.
So both are from New Zealand actually, yeah?
It is. So we try to put together something if we can. We try to
Yeah.
put something, a product produced from the country together with something from.
So
yeah.
this is what they call the perfect pairing.
It's, yes.
Why is there a sign?
Bring a little bit of home to everyone. That's the reason why COVID sucks, because we cannot go there. Or maybe we can technically, but I think not New Zealand at the moment. But soon. Yeah.
Soon to come. Okay, thanks for that.
No problem.
Let's move on to wine 2. Nick, would you like to talk a little bit about wine 2?
Sure. So wine number 2 is actually from South Africa, Stellenbosch. It's a Chardonnay. So if you notice that the way we actually arranged the 6 wines today is from the white first, and then followed by lighter body to fuller body. So what makes this Chardonnay very special is that it's actually from South Africa, and South Africa is actually more well known for their reds.
Exotic.
So you're in a trip today because usually we don't drink, or rather white wines from South Africa are more of the rarer parts. And
So
usually
true.
what you get is all the reds that people are more familiar with.
Yeah.
That is true. So Stellenbosch is always very warm, right? And hot and pretty inland. So a lot of the reds grow a lot better there in Stellenbosch. So it's always exciting to see someone trying to grow a variety that's very, adaptable. This guy, this Chardonnay is extremely versatile. And then you grow it somewhere warm, like Stellenbosch. And then you get a much more powerful style of wine which can handle like oak and all that. So I noticed that the color was a little bit yellow,
darker.
so an indication there's a bit of oak in this wine possibly.
So you can actually identify from the oak from the more buttery flavors that you get in the wine.
On the
I think
nose.
that is actually the first flavor component I pick up on the nose.
The buttery flavors, is it? I get a bit of like popcorn, that kind of smell. But there's still the citrus, it's still very refreshing. Yeah, really, really enjoyable. You managed to try the shrimp. You didn't even
Yeah,
try it.
so I've already tried it already. Because, that's I always try to eat. I like to eat before I drink. So basically, what we have here, we put together a little bit of that Vaduvan with the prawn tortilla. So like just a little bit of prawn with the Vaduvan. Vaduvan is actually a
Indian
sauce. Yeah.
spice.
So it's very interesting. It comes from Pondicherry, which is on the southern part of
so
India.
exotic.
Yeah, correct. And it was a place where the French colonized.
Oh.
Exactly, and hence they use French techniques and they put together with garam masala, like a curry kind of flavor to it. And to me, it was we did it because it represented a lot of things about South Africa, and South African wines. One of them is actually Durban, where a lot of Indians migrated over there. I know they have this really interesting snack there called bunny chow. I don't know if you've eaten bunny chow. No, you know jing zhen ho, the jing zhen ho, the curry bread, the bread with the curry chicken. So they have it like that. It's like bread. They have mutton and chicken in there. They carve it and eat it like an afternoon snack. Called bunny chow. You should go Google it and make it bunny chow. And it was a very South African dish, and it goes beautifully with their wines and all that, because their wines are a lot more aromatic, more powerful. Yeah, and that oak character goes beautifully with that. So I think that's why we put this together, and I think it works. I think it's
So you just share a very nice tip. Next time order 金枕头, buy a
Jing
Chardonnay.
Zhen with
South
Chardonnay.
African oaky Chardonnay. Yeah. 金枕头. Good. Okay. I enjoy this very much. Thank you.
Yeah, like the sauce, it's a bit rich. Then with the Chardonnay helps to cut through, you know. It's really, really good. And there's the creamy, buttery flavors, rounds it out. Really, really enjoyable.
I like how the creaminess actually paired so well with the masala flavor that you mentioned.
Nice. Yeah, I agree too.
Okay, so I think that's end of the flight 1. So wines 1 and 2. So now we move on to the first of our giveaways.
Oh yay!
But before that, I would like to just ask you maybe a little bit interesting fact about wine.
Oh,
Do you have any
ask
fun
first.
fact you'd like to say about wine?
Okay, should I go first or Nick? You wanna go first? I'll go first. You. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to share a unique, a fun sommelier tip for you guys at home in case you do not know. So you know you guys at home how you have like these screw cap wines, right? So wines with like a screw cap. Oh, okay, the camera is a pan camera. Yeah, screw cap wines, right? Like this. And many of the time we'll try to open it like that, and we turn it and open. And then what happens is that sometimes there's a chance that you may cut or your fingers or abrase your fingers on the jagged edges. So the tip for doing this is actually to hold what we call the bottom part or the skirt. Yeah, the skirt like skirt. Yeah, skirt of the wine, the skirt, right? Hold the bottle and then you twist the bottle. You twist the bottle like that, and then when you twist, right, the cap just comes off easily. You don't have to. Just do it this way and then try to get it open, or use a glove or something. Don't need skirt, twist bottle, remove cap. So that's a fun tip that I'm going to share with the audience back home. Right. So now all of you are pros. You don't need a
twist
sommelier.
the skirt, right?
Yes. Twist the skirt. Yeah, very important.
Okay, thanks for the tip. No problem. Nick, have you got a fun fact about wine to share with us?
I think the fun fact I want to share is that just now you were mentioning about balanced wines, right? And how do you actually identify balanced wines? Is that when you eat a grape, everything is just balanced, there's no sharp flavor. So different flavor compounds from wines actually come from different parts of the grape. Like tannins come from skin, the flavor compounds come from the juice and the flesh itself, right?
Yeah.
So when you eat them individually, actually you get all the sharp flavors, but when we put them together, it's actually a very, very delicious grape. So next time how do you identify a balanced wine? A good wine is just like how you actually eat a nice grape.
Yeah.
It's very balanced, there's no sharp flavors. So that's a nice tip for you.
A nice tip for you guys. So it tastes,
because you get the bitterness, the astringency from the skin, the sweetness and the sourness on the pot.
That's
Good
right.
tip, good tip. So basically anything in balance, it's good. Okay, so for myself also I have to say, one fun fact is that did you know that the fear of wine is called oniophobia?
Fear of wine?
Yes.
Why would someone have that?
I know, right? Obviously none of us here fear wines, but
I feel that you don't give me enough wine.
I don't think anyone who has that is logging on today to watch this thing. Fear of wine. Yeah, don't even know how it happens, but yes.
okay.
I fear of you. I fear of you. You have fear of wine.
Thanks for the interesting fun fact.
Thank you.
Okay, now to the more interesting giveaway. So this is the first of our giveaway. So today we'll be giving away 6 wines, 6 bottles of the wines we'll be tasting today, one of each, to people who answered our questions the fastest on the live comments down below. Also, we'll be giving away 10 bundles worth of wine package. So in each package, you actually can get $30 worth of wines from Straits Wines. So you can buy them online and get $30 off. Also, you get a flight of 3 wines from Praelum, a voucher to do that, worth $45. Okay? So for my portion, I will be asking a question. So the first 2 people who answer my question, with the right answer obviously, will be able to win one of the wine, only
Yes,
one wine.
one bottle of the wine.
So either
Correct.
the Sauvignon Blanc or the Chardonnay.
Correct.
Yeah?
Correct.
Okay, so please get ready your keyboard now to answer the question.
Clement's going to give you a question. So get
Yes.
ready your fingers on the
Get ready.
comment.
Fastest fingers
Fastest
first,
fingers first. The first 2, all right? The first
Fastest fingers will
question.
win.
First 2, yes.
Okay, Clement, question.
So what's the 2 type of grape varietals that we have just tasted in the first flight? Please answer. I'm watching, nobody answer. I answer myself and I win.
The 2 wines, right?
Yes,
two
the
wines
2
that we
grape
tasted.
varietals that we have tasted just now, the first flight. The 2 wines,
Viognier.
Let me give you a hint. They are both white wines.
Ooh. Okay, great. We have some
have-
answers already.
Oh, we have?
Yes.
We have?
Oh, we
cool.
do, we do.
Yeah. Thanks,
Oh.
Yi Ting and Victor. Congratulations. Okay, our team will reach out to you for all the different sections, and then they'll link up with you about how to receive the gift and how you get your bundles and stuff like that. Okay, cool. All right. So Gerald, would you like to ask the next question?
Okay, so the next question, what we're going to do is we're going to give away three bundles for the fastest fingers first, the next fastest fingers, okay? And each bundle will consist of a $30 promo code to be used on Singapore Straits Wine online shop. $30, yeah, a lot, $30. Imagine you buy $40, $10 only. Yeah. And then we have a wine flight that's worth $45 at Praelum. Okay, so you can come by, talk to our SOMs at Praelum, and we give you a wine flight for free, you know, flight of 3 wines for free. So you can come by and redeem that. So a total of $75 worth of
very worthwhile.
Of a package. And we're going to give you away 3 right now. Okay, so again, hands on the computer, fastest fingers first. This is my question.
Okay.
How many outlets does Straits Wine have in Singapore?
30.
100.
30.
5,627. How many?
Let's see.
Will you pay attention?
Someone put me. I don't know what's me.
Me. Yeah. Oh, we have numbers. People are just throwing in random numbers.
Random numbers.
Yeah, remember it was a number north of 10.
Yeah.
North of 10. Yeah. South of 10. North of 10.
Depends on where you're at.
I'm just trying to confuse everyone. Okay.
Okay, we have a few people who answered. I think I've
is this
seen.
9 or 0.9?
I don't know. This one don't know what.
How many outlets is 0.9?
Take, you mean 9 is it? Okay.
I think
Somebody put no outlet.
No, there's outlets. Trust me, there's a lot of outlets. Yeah. Okay, great. Yes. I think we have
some winners.
Okay.
Congratulations for those who won.
Thank you guys. I think we have a few of you now.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So well, we're going to go back to our wines. Right? I think
That's
so.
right. So for those of you who didn't win the first round of giveaway, fret not. We still have 2 more giveaway sections. So stick around with us, and we'll be tasting more wines and looking forward to win more prizes too.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Perfect.
Come, let's move on to the next wine.
So we're going to move on to the reds now.
Yes.
So that you guys can get ready the reds back home.
Wine
Taste. We're going to do number 3 and number 4.
That's right.
Number 3 and number 4.
Yes, Nick, do you want to talk a little bit about wine number 4?
3?
Wine number 3.
Wine number 3,
first?
sorry.
Okay.
Drunk already, yeah?
So I look at wine number 3. It's actually a Pinot Noir from Central Otago, New Zealand. So again, just now we talked about Sauvignon Blanc, the most popular white varietal of New Zealand. Now we're talking about Pinot Noir, the most popular red varietal of New Zealand. So again, we look at the wines that we have today, from lightest body to the fullest body, and Pinot Noir is one of the lightest body
I can see
red
from the
varietal.
wine. It looks almost like a
you can totally see
translucent.
through.
Yeah.
And it's very, very bright red in color.
It's my favorite grape varietal of all time. Pinot Noir. It's
Atas.
Oh, another fun fact, Pinot Noir is the princess of red grapes.
Princess? Red grapes? Wow, I did not know that.
Who is the king of red grapes?
Who's the prince?
Yeah, who's the prince?
Prince.
Yeah, but it's a grape varietal that interestingly had very humble origins. I mean, like it came from a white grape, Pinot Blanc, and then eventually over time it mutated. It became white, then became grey, and then eventually became red. We know black, Noir, which is black totally. And for those of you who do not know, Pinot Noir comes from the word pine cone, which is that little pine cone fruit. Because the berries and the bunches are very symmetrical, and the berries are really small and they're very closely packed together.
Yeah.
Very difficult grape to grow.
Yes.
Only certain places. So I think New Zealand is one of the best climates. You need a cooler climate. The problem with cooler climate is that there's high disease pressure because it's damp and moist. And Pinot Noirs are so closely packed together, the grapes, right? And they're like COVID cluster, you know. And then they spread, and then the berries all get infected, so it's really hard to grow. You really need a crazy guy to make some really good wines. And I think today what we're tasting is something
Very, very interesting.
very nice, very nice.
Come, let's taste.
Have you got the flavors?
Well, red fruits, bonanza. All the red fruits, raspberries,
Very
strawberries.
So these really dry spices, anise, cardamom, a little bit like that.
You also get a dry leaf, forest flower, which is actually very unique
Yes, a
to
touch
Pinot
of that.
Noir.
The flower, I agree. And I don't know if you guys had it because I always seem to eat first.
You eat
but
first, so fast.
I've already ate the tart flambe. So it's a thinly rolled flatbread that comes from Alsace. It's a north kind of eastern part of France. Tart flambe means a flame tart. It's a little thin bread that you know, in the past when they were poor and there's always war between the German and the French borders, right? And people eat leftover dough and then they put together cream, onion, bacon. And actually the red grape varietal that grows in Alsace is actually Pinot Noir, right? And then Pinot Noir is over there. So what we wanted to do was again try to bring something close to you guys, that people actually drink this varietal and eat this kind of dish back where they come from. Although it's not New Zealand, but yes. This is tart flambe, so the texture is very gentle. It's a bit salty, and Pinot Noirs have this little light fruit that just helps with saltiness. You eat like cold cut charcuterie. If you're at home in Singapore, you can buy the shiobak, the roast pork, and then drink some Pinot Noir. Very, very nice. Yeah, so I think that's the idea we're trying to do here. We're trying to get this a bit of saltiness and earthiness on the onion. Something light, easy, light
Helps to
texture.
balance out the tart actually.
Exactly,
Yes.
the balance.
Called the saltiness.
That's what we wanted to do. So I hope you guys who have the food package, I hope you guys are enjoying this Pinot Noir with tart flambe.
Okay, thanks for that.
No problem.
Now let's move on to wine 4. Nick, do you want to talk a little bit about wine 4?
Oh, so wine 4 is also from New Zealand. So both wines are from New Zealand, and this is a Merlot. So like I was saying just now, right, lighter body to fuller body. So typically when we talk about international varieties, it's always Pinot. It's already on the food. Yeah, so it's from Pinot Noir. The next one you go to Merlot. So when you smell this Merlot, you actually still get the red fruits.
Yeah.
The strawberries, very strong
Plummy,
over
I
there.
get lots of plum flavors.
And you get some pyrazines. Pyrazines are actually
Yeah,
maybe
mentioned
Gerald
that.
can explain the pyrazines part.
Yeah, a bit
but it's
grime,
basically the Thai flavor.
Capsicum or Thai.
Correct. So
Cabbage
basically
onion.
this is pyrazines, I think he's talking about. It's a very exciting thing. So pyrazines are basically these compounds, right, that exist on vegetables. So just at home, right, like, you know, you guys eat vegetables, how kids like hate vegetables like broccoli, asparagus, and then they spit out. And then adults, as you get older, right, how they are eating. So adults, as they get older, and then you know how we don't like coriander or scallion or something like that. That's a very strong vegetable taste. That's pyrazine. And on certain grape varietals, there's very families, like Cabernet, Sauvignon families, and Merlot comes from the Cab family as well. They have high amounts of this pyrazine. And when you smell them and taste them, right, they actually smell and taste like capsicum, eucalyptus, menthol, things like dill. Yeah, they always have this smell. And then as they age, right, they become like tobacco leaf or tea leaf. That's how you get that old cigar box kind of flavor in there. Yeah, so that's exactly what pyrazines are. So you will taste them in the Merlot, you taste them later in the Cabernet, or those of you who have wine number 5, later you taste some of these pyrazine notes, which is very sexy. All right, but I have to emphasize, this wine, I think, no coriander was harmed in the making of this wine, so you're all good in case you want to save the coriander, but for whatever reason.
Okay.
But yes, have you all tasted the
Yes, we have. It's really, really very nice.
the pork and
A bit of the apple
taste of-
flavors and
Yeah. So you're just trying to mirror that texture, right? And then the pork is a little bit of that fattiness, and then the hints of tannin just help with that. A bit of that fattiness, they kind of grow
balance
together.
and- ooh, hand in hand.
So tannin with fat,
Tannin
the
and
protein,
fat.
they mix together. What happens is that the protein softens those tannins.
Not so gelato, not
Exactly,
so cloying.
and the
not
tannins
so
give the
cloying.
protein a bit of texture, and then it goes in very nicely. Just like eat dim sum. Yeah, dim sum a bit fatty, oily, right? Then you drink Chinese tea, the tannins bind together. It makes your stomach feel a bit less oily or fatty because the proteins bind together. Not that the fat is not there, you still get fat eating too much dim sum, but then it feels better, you see, because of the textural vibes that it gives.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the idea we're doing today.
Come, let's taste. Same thing also, the tannins are very smooth, not so sharp, not so drying.
Very soft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Merlots are always so
Very
gentle.
gentle.
And balanced, and you know, some people might always think that Merlot is a boring grape variety. You know, but I think it's just a bit underrated. You know, they make some really nice, general, juicy, very balanced Merlots that I think they go well with things that are very soft in texture. And you know, we like soft textured stuff in Singapore, right? We like smooth, soft. Yeah, so I think it's great.
I think because they watch the sidecar, that's why they don't want
Sideways.
sideways.
Yeah. But
Like
it
the
was like
cocktail.
Merlot, or they promote Pinot Noir, right?
They say, yeah, in Merlot again, I don't want to drink,
Right,
something like that.
right,
That's
The
why
model
right,
with
right,
the
right,
Merlot.
Oh yeah. Come.
Great. Oh yes, so we show the Merlot we have today.
Okay.
You want to switch?
Oh,
You want to show the
see
Merlot
it.
the side so it's closer? I'll do it for you. Right here. Husk Instinct Merlot. Buy now. Or regret later.
Okay, so that's it for the tasting. Thank you so much. Before we go on to the next giveaway section, just want to ask what was the most fondest wine experience that you have ever had? Fondest wine experience.
Yes. Okay. 3 ladies, 1 gentleman, 2 Magnum champagnes. You do the math. No, I'm just kidding. That wasn't a good one. I think the fondest memory I had was when I was in Germany. I think we talked about it earlier. And I had we visited this winemaker and 20 over sommeliers from different countries and nationalities all over the world.
Yeah.
And we all gathered at the house, and basically the guys said, "Oh no, just go to my cellar and each person pick 1 bottle." So all of us picked something that we all individually liked and preferred. And we sat together and we all blind tasted the wines.
Okay.
And you know, at the end of the night, right, it was such a great night because end of the day, although we were tasting and talking about the wines for like maybe 15 minutes or so, but we ended up having a great time talking about everything else besides wine and all that. And then after which, right, it made me realize why I'm doing this, because wine transcends all boundaries, regardless of race, gender. You know, there's no, and everybody just has a good time getting together, and that's the whole spirit of wine. It's not about the price. It's not about who knows more or less. You know, everybody just sits together. I pick what I like and love, and everybody was picking really different thing. I picked a Condrieu, a Viognier, Viognier. And that was what I liked about people were picking anything from American wines all the way to something from it was an Egyptian wine in there. I don't know how we got that, and we were just enjoying, and it was a great time. And to me, that's the spirit of wine, and I think that's why I am still here doing what I do. You know, it's about the people and the memories that you create. It's not really about the price and that. And thank you. So that's why. Thanks, guys, for doing this today. It's first for me.
It's all about the experience, right? That's what you said, like the conversations, not just about wine, but like the company.
Right. I mean, who would have thought 3 years ago we will stay here and drink wine and talk to you? I drink wine virtually, you guys.
Okay.
I don't know, but now it's normal.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that, Gerald.
Yes,
Nick.
I tend to agree with Gerald. I think when you talk about wine drinking, it's always about bringing friends together over nice conversations. But personally, for myself, I haven't got the privilege to join all these winery tours, because when I started my wine journey, it was really COVID, right?
You get there, don't worry, bro.
Yeah, maybe one day. So I would like to share a fun food and wine pairing experience that I had. It was one of the most mind-blowing food and wine experience that I actually had. So one of my colleagues, she's very good at cooking, and one day she cooked curry chicken for us. I think better than 金枕头 lah. Okay, so she's also a crazy food and wine pairing person. So she said, okay, you must pair this with a sweet wine. Then she took a Chenin Blanc from Vouvray, so slightly sweet.
I'll try now.
Yeah, then who would have thought, right? Curry chicken with a wine, right? Who would have thought about that, right? Usually it's like whiskey or beer, right? Yeah, but then actually, when you put them into your mouth together, the whole flavor just melts.
Right.
It's just mind-blowing, because you suddenly taste the spice in a more smoother way. It's not so sharp like what you expect in curry
The
chicken.
sweetness helps to quell everything down.
Okay, so the sweetness brings down the heat,
Yeah.
and then it brings up the flavor of you actually taste the spices used in the chicken.
That's right.
Yeah, that's very nice.
That's
and then
right.
I assume that it also helped to make the wine less sweet. The wine felt less sweet, and you taste the flavors of the wine also.
That's true.
Yeah, one of
so
those
you
magic
put two
things.
very extreme flavor profile thing together, and then it just just go so well together.
Actually, that's also the whole theory behind, like, you know, you eat like Thai food and all that stuff like that, and then you have like Thai food, and then you also have like Indian food, right? And they always have these very sweet desserts or very sweet drinks, you know, and the flavors are like that, and then they kind of marry together nicely, you know. Yeah. So actually, you know, the Asians, we got it right already about food, right, pairing? Long time ago, we did.
So mala with
right.
sweet wine, must always remember.
Mala with sweet wine.
Yes.
Next time, be sure to try that.
Yes,
Okay.
the lao gan ma with the tao gan.
Okay, cool. Thanks for the interesting, fond experience. Thank you. For me, I would say the fondest experience I've had, I don't remember them. Why? Because too fond already.
Oh my god, I know you belong to that camp.
All the good times I don't remember.
Yeah, the nights we can never remember.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you like to pass me the Pinot Noir, and then I can show them the bottles that we are having
yes,
today?
of course.
Yes. Okay. So now we're going on to the next giveaway, the second giveaway. So there'll be two bottles. So one is the Pinot Noir over here, and then you also have the Merlot wine. So the person who answers my questions and gets it right the first two, obviously, you'll get either one of this. Okay. So these two wines to be. So get ready, yeah. Fastest fingers first.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So which country does this two wine here originate from? Which two country does this two wine come from?
So they're both from the same country.
Same
You tried
country
to
lah,
confuse
obviously.
Yeah.
Which country, ma?
Which country?
Somebody say we drive like a Ferrari. Are we talking too fast? Please let us know on the comments over here. Or are we drinking too fast or talking too fast?
Drinking too fast.
Please let us know, okay?
So have you got the answers? Oh
Got
yes, I
some
think we
winners.
do.
Somebody say they're still trying to finish the white wines.
Okay, I think we got the answers. We got the winners. Yeah.
Okay, yes. Congratulations, people. Our team will reach out to you. Don't worry. So now for the next 3 packages.
Yes, Nick.
Yes.
Give me one. Nick,
So the
please.
same 3 packages, the package includes a $30 promo code to be used at Straits Wine Company e-commerce website, plus a $45 wine tasting flight of 3.
Yes.
to be enjoyed at Praelum, guided by their professional sommeliers. So total value of $75 for 3 lucky winners. And here is the question. What is the most well-known red grape varietal of New Zealand?
Red grape varietal.
Red.
Well-known red grape varietal. Okay.
What's the most well-known red grape varietal of New Zealand?
As you're answering that, I'm just going to arrange the wines that we are having today. Like the first one, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can actually visually see it, because I know some of you have done the package of the bottle, so you may not be able to see the packaging. Okay.
So do you answer?
Someone said SB.
Red wine.
Red
grape
wine.
varietal or black grape varietal. Viognier.
Then we
Must
got
put
our
in full
winners.
name, yeah.
We got our winners.
Gourmet?
Yeah, we've got like
We
all.
got-
Yes. Okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Well done.
guys. Our team will reach out to you again.
Yes.
So that comes to the conclusion of the second giveaway. Yeah?
Do we have? We have a promo code for.
Yes, that's what I was
everyone,
going to tell
right?
them.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, great.
So for those of you who are watching, only for today until 2359, if you use this promo code on the Straits Wine Company website, oh, this is the next one. SWCLIVE, SWC Live. Use that promo code, you get 20% off all normal price wines, just for today only until 2359. So time to whip out your credit card to get ready and spend some money.
20% off.
Yes.
20% off.
And this is very rare.
And
it's
that
really hard
applies to
come
that
by.
lovely bottle of Chateau Latour that we see on Singapore Straits Wine Company. 20% off.
If you
So,
can find it.
what are you waiting for? 20% off it's a steal.
Of course.
I am on it right now.
Yes, it hardly comes by where you get 20% off for online discounts. So take advantage of this chance. Tell your friends and your families. You can share with them the QR code on the plate stand over here, or share the link with them. Ask them to join, like our Facebook page, and share it with more people, and stand a chance to get good discounts and prizes. Okay?
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Very generous of Straits Wine.
Very generous. Yes. Okay. Cool. Now we move on to tasting 3. So that will be
Tasting
wines 5 and 6.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So this will be our last section of tasting. I know some of you have just mentioned on the Facebook, the live chat here, you say that you're still tasting your white wines. Yes, but the thing is we are doing tasting, we're not drinking, okay? After the tasting session, then you can drink at your own pace and chill out, okay? For now, it's really, we want to have some fun, give you some prizes, and drink a little bit of wines together, okay? Cool. So let's talk a little bit about wine number 5. Nick, do you want to tell us more about wine number 5?
Sure. So wine number 5 is a Cabernet Sauvignon. On the nose, you still get the pyrazines and the red black fruits that you get like the Merlot, but it is more stronger on the aromas. Definitely more full-bodied. And I would like to talk about
It's a popular estate, right? As well.
yes, a popular estate. So Lewin Estate. This particular one is actually from Lewin Estate, from Margaret River, Australia. So it might sound familiar to many Singaporeans because actually Lewin Estate is in Perth. And for most Singaporeans who actually travel to Perth for their holidays and winery tours, right, Lewin Estate is usually in your list. So Lewin Estate is very special to Margaret River because Lewin Estate was actually one of the founding wineries that made Margaret River so popular today.
Come, let's taste.
I've already tasted.
Always one step ahead of all of us.
Yeah, okay. Drink. Don't think too much. Yeah, but it's one of those wines that you taste, right? It's got this really refined kind of character. Even a lot of people have this impression that newer wines, like from Australia, they're really jammy, clumsy kind of style. I mean, it's not true for all. I mean, Margaret River has a beautiful kind of climate, and when Margaret River was discovered, and it was discovered by Americans actually, surprisingly, by UC Davis, California, they went over there, and they read the soil types, the general temperature, and the influence of the ocean mimics almost exactly like Bordeaux. Hence, the varieties were chosen planted were like French varieties, and a lot of Bordeaux varieties were there. So Cabernet Sauvignon has had a very long history in Margaret River, and a lot of them, like founding families like Lewin Estate, have perfected the craft of making wines like that. Still Australian in at heart and nature, so that rightness there, but the elegance, that structural balance, right, like just like the classic Bordeaux, but at a much better price than the crazy guys out there, and also with a lovely structure. You drink a bit younger, which is very, very enjoyable, which is what we are doing now with the.
I like it. There's the acidity for the wine, makes it very, very fresh. Still very fruity, very approachable.
Yeah.
How about with the beef?
Oh yes, of course, and we have a very classic kind of braised beef cheek for you
Yeah.
guys, a bit of Angus beef cheek. What you want is that little bit of that, a bit of that fat, the tendon in there, to go together with a bit of that tannin, just like what we had for the earlier wine, just to soften out the tannins, a bit more bite and more structure compared to the pork earlier. And then we have this a bit Cabernet which is a bit heavier than the Merlot, just to match that structure. So I think that's what we're trying to achieve here with the Cabernet Sauvignon.
So this is
very classic.
more like a food wine, you would
We
say?
wanted to put a lamb right there, you know, like lamb, you know, like Koyak lamb and all that. But I know lamb maybe, you know, it's like, well, you know, it's a little bit of a, you know, or something that's on the fence with people. So we're like, okay, let's go classic and put a beef out there. So that's what we wanted to do actually. Yeah.
So would you say this is a food wine?
I don't know. I think it's a wine that can go with a lot of food. So definitely yes. To answer the question, I think it's a food wine. But I think the
By
wine
itself is also very fantastic actually.
I think so too. I think by itself I'm enjoying
It's not
it.
gela, it's
so.
very balanced like we're talking about.
Interesting. Cool.
Yes.
Come.
Thank you for the living estate. Very, very
Yeah,
generous.
really enjoyable.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
So I understand that you guys are also planning to bring in some.
Yes,
Louis
back
Estate.
vintages Louis Estate. So what we have here is actually the 2017 Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah.
So as we were talking about Cabernet Sauvignon, it's slightly higher tannins, right?
Yes.
So as wine like that ages over time, you tend to get more finer, more rounder tannins, and which you can actually taste from our back vintages Louis Estate that we're going to bring in soon.
So back vintage Louis Estate, but no 20% discount because it's not available tonight under 2359. Correct? Okay. So you can buy the current vintage now.
Yes, right. 20% off.
SWC Live.
Yes, SWC.
Yeah, correct.
How back is back? Huh?
You will soon find out.
Soon to find out. Soon to
Very
find
good
out.
answer.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Yes. Now let's taste wine number 6. Would you like to talk more about it?
Sure. So wine number 6 is actually the fullest body wine that we have in our flight today. It's a Shiraz from Australia. So another fun tip for you guys. So how do you identify a Shiraz from Australia? Usually when you drink it, right, then your whole lips turn purple. That's high chance Shiraz from Australia.
What a practical way of. But I can see from the color, it looks darker. It looks
Very,
like
very
inky. Yeah. It's very, very dark in terms of the
So
color.
this is a really nice kind of like pinkish purplish rim around
Even
it.
coats the glass with the
Seems
purple,
is that
color.
is that heat, that high extraction, that really nice, warm, generous kind of climate that Barossa has.
That's right.
You know, so it's what you're going to get is something that's really giving and really rich and full.
Okay.
So I think that's what we want to do with Barossa wine. Oh, not
Interesting.
Barossa, McLarenville.
McLarenville.
Slightly cooler climate than Barossa, but still all that
Close
fun and the
proximity,
heat.
actually.
Yeah.
Come, let's taste.
Whoa.
Someone says my lips already purple.
So that's a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
big boy.
Wow, a lot going on. Lots of fruits, very plummy, very sweet, very ripe.
You can immediately catch the tannins, the
juicy.
grippiness on your lips.
Yes.
You can feel that. I
Very
mean,
delicious.
to me, it's really that burst of like plum, that burst of like maraschino cherry, macerated maraschino cherry kind of character inside the wine, and then you have this like hints of sweet spices coming, the sweet
spices,
anise, sweet anisette kind of a character, a little bit of like touch of like a cinnamon, a dust of cinnamon dust over there, flowers, a bit of crushed flower inside the wine. I think really quite nice and very very juicy and boisterous on the palate. So very very exciting kind of a wine. And I don't know if you had it already. I already ate the pulled pork. Did you finish your pulled pork, bro?
Yeah, I finished.
If he finished his pulled pork, I had so yeah, you got that pulled pork. What we did together was we put together some pulled pork with a lot of spices together and a little bit of an Asian style wrap, like there's just a little bit of lettuce around it. Trying to, very Aussie kind of vibe to it, where you combine a bit of Asian ideas to it together with Asian spices and all that. But what you want to do is that you have this like more European style like pulled pork and all that. So you combine the best of both.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you get this like really tasty, savory spice characters inside that pork to go with that spice
I can
characters.
bring
inside.
out the flavors.
Yeah. Well, you want a spice bomb.
It's a very complimentary.
Yeah. So you got the
pairing.
spice boys. Spice boys.
And it's interesting because the pulled pork itself, it's a bit sweet. So
Yes.
there's a ripeness
yes.
and sweetness of the wine goes really well.
Correct. We
Yeah.
play cheap. We put a bit of like some like barbecue sauce.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
But it's not the Gong one, not the
Not
canned
the Gong
barbecue
one,
sauce,
it's a
not the
better atas
Hans
one.
barbecue sauce. When you are in secondary school, boy, your sausages, barbecue, no, not that one. It's a homemade barbecue sauce.
I'm just reading the comments out over here, and then someone was saying like Partner Selvam was saying that my lips already purple, bro.
Hey, yeah, hey, shout out to the songs who are watching.
Yes.
I see a lot of songs watching. You
Oh,
are
yeah.
not entitled to the $20 discount.
No, 20% for you.
The
Huh?
sommeliers. Not on top of your trade discount anymore.
Someone says Shiraz would be a good color for pigment for lipstick. Next time when you buy lipstick, would you like the Shiraz or the Cabernet?
Exactly.
I would love to see that happening.
Actually, why we should come as an idea.
Yeah.
So maybe the bosses of Straits Wine Company, maybe you are watching this and then maybe you can come with a wine-based lipstick. Yeah, or wine colors. Yeah. Oh, I like burgundy today. Burgundy lipstick.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that'll be a
We
very
talk
fun,
later.
a
We
fun
talk
range. The wine range for lipsticks. Okay, thanks for the informative. And sadly, this is the end of our tasting session. But we are moving on to the last giveaway. But before we do that, I just want to ask, like, what was your favorite pairing, Nick? Like, wow, all of this with the wines, which do you prefer? Like, which was
Actually, I like the first one the most. Because I think it's really very obvious that, you know, when you have the very more gelato cheese on your palate, right?
Yeah.
And then the Sauvignon Blanc just cuts it off straight away.
Okay, okay.
I think that really symbolizes a very, very good pairing. Like
Okay.
immediately noticeable good pairing.
Okay,
That's what I
interesting.
like.
And then for you, Gerald, what was your
For me,
favorite
I'm
pairing?
torn, but then I think because I'm biased, right? Because I'm biased, right? I really want to. I like the Pinot Noir with the flambe. I think it's light and salty, and then Pinot Noir just lifts it just nicely. You know, just doesn't overpower the dish, but then the Pinot Noir just retains its spices and flavors. I think it's really nice. But texturally, I really like the Merlot and the pork. I think that's for me the texture. That was mine. That was me. So a bit torn between both. But I think they were all quite nice. I enjoyed the dishes.
Really good pairing.
And then I enjoyed the wines as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, did we show the wines to them? Or?
Yeah, now this is the one.
Right.
This wine number 5, the Lewin series.
Yes.
There you go.
Art series.
Art series. Sorry.
Yes.
My bad.
No, it's okay.
And this is the Woodstock. This is the last one, the Shiraz.
Woodstock.
Okay. So for me, I guess my favorite, I cannot choose what y'all chose already, right? Then, okay lah,
Just say
I'll choose the
everything is our
Woodstock,
favorite.
everything. I think I really like the Woodstock, the Shiraz. Why so? Because the lamb itself is the pulled pork is a bit sweet and might be a bit like clawing or gelato when you have it. So really, what the wine helps is it helps to bring some freshness, another dimension of fruit flavors, ripe fruits. And what's good is that the Shiraz itself is so powerful, it won't die with the pulled pork itself because it's normally when food is too flavorful, I find that the wines might die because they are not able to stand up to the food. It holds its own weight, so I think it's my favorite pairing.
Solid.
And for those of you, if you've got any of your favorite pairing, please feel free to put on your comments at the live section. Say what you like, and so that we can find out. Just a small poll.
A bit more, correct.
Yeah.
And if any of you are having 金枕头, please also let us know if 金枕头 this does go well indeed with the Merlot or the Pinot Noir.
I like this comment. Alcoholics would say everything is great as long as there's alcohol.
Well, I don't
Very
dispute
true.
that. I don't dispute that. So yeah. Sounds very, very cool. Okay.
Alright.
Cool. Thanks for that. I look forward to see all of your favorite wine pairing for those of you who ordered the wine and the food package today. Okay, so now we are moving on to the last giveaway.
Yes.
So I know some of you, your internet connection very good lah. The Wi-Fi is like 5G, 6G, 7G. So you have been owning the game. So to switch things up a little, for now, the gifts and the prizes will be selected at random. How random? Don't ask me. Ask the production team. Camera can focus on them or not. Yeah, the production team.
PD
Yeah.
say, follow the PD.
So the production team will choose the gifts at random. So all of you feel free to answer your questions over here. We look forward to seeing them, and they will pick up in random. Random. I also don't know. Okay, Ken. So same thing. I'll be giving away the 2 wines, the art series, and the Shiraz. So the 2 winners will win either or of this. Okay, at random. Tell you first. Okay. So get ready for my question. This one don't need fastest fingers first, but try to answer whenever you can. I give you 5 minutes only. Okay. Okay. So, what were the 2 food pairing for the XXX? What was the food pairing for the Cabernet Sauvignon and the Shiraz? What paired with the Cabernet Sauvignon? This one. And what's the XXX pairing for the Shiraz over here? Tell me the pairing of each of them. So label Cabernet Sauvignon, then you put the food that's with the Cabernet Sauvignon, and put Shiraz and put the food that is paired with this over here. Okay? Can I look forward to looking at your answers.
Yes. The Lumen Estate was great with the Ha Gao.
Ha Gao, yes.
Ha Gao was
I like the
amazing.
dim sum one.
The Ha Gao was amazing.
Amazing, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other one was
The Viognier.
No, there was no Viognier today. Don't confuse me. Yeah, there was no Viognier. All right, but yeah, two.
Yeah, somebody. Okay, got people answer already. Okay, so I'll just let you answer accordingly for the wine bottles.
Absolutely.
Maybe the next question to Gerald again.
Me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so next question. Okay, so this is a curveball. I didn't know I had to ask a question. Let me ask a question. What is my favorite white tonight? No, just kidding. No. Okay, so the question for you to win, again, the flight of 3 at Praelum, and also, of course, very importantly, the $30 off any Straits Wine purchase on the Straits Wine online shop.
Plus, yes. Plus?
No, but I said mine already. So
is it?
$75
Yes.
worth of prizes.
Together.
Exactly.
For
So
one bundle.
we're going to give away a bunch of these prizes as well. 3, right? I believe. 3 as well. 4. Oh, 4. Wow. PD say 4. 4. PD say 4. So this one 4. The last one is 4. 4 of these sets.
Yeah.
For the fastest 4 fingers, or maybe not the fastest, the PD will decide based on your Facebook profile.
Yes.
No, so change up your profile now. Okay. No, just kidding.
Take a
Okay.
picture with wine first and put as a
Exactly.
profile picture.
Okay, so the question, is the last 2 wines, the 2 reds that we had, the Cabernet and the Shiraz, which these 2 wines, which country they originate from? Originate from. Oh, silence.
Yeah, silence. Interesting. Some people say we should do this every month. Tiring, leh. You support? We will do every month, I tell you. Somebody also got a request from Czech. Czech.
Oh, okay.
Bunny chow with Vouvray next session. Wow.
Bunny chow with
dang.
Vouvray.
Okay, good
Check
idea.
will cook it for us, the bunny chow.
Cook for us the bunny chow.
Okay, cook
I
for
bring
us
the
bunny chow.
Vouvray.
Bring the Vouvray, yeah. I bring the bread. I'll cut the hole for you.
I bring myself.
I bring the bread, I'll cut the hole for you.
Okay, Ken got a few answers already over here. Very good. I
See,
think
Evelyn was saying the CB with the beef. Okay,
CB
it's
beef.
CS, Evelyn, very naughty. CB with beef, I don't know if it's a good idea. CD is Chenin Blanc. Chenin Blanc with beef. Yeah, tap. Yeah. CS, okay, but yes, but it's a good one. Very good one. I saw.
I saw what you did there.
PD laughing, PD asked me cut.
Sorry. Okay. So I'll let you guys answer till maybe give some time till the end of the live. Okay, so feel free to put your answers in still. It will be at random. Okay, so make sure your profile pics are very aesthetically pleasing. Okay, Ken. So that comes to the end of our giveaway, but this is the random giveaway. Okay. So I think it's sadly sad to say it's the end of our tasting session. Yes. But interesting enough that we tasted the wines today, I just realized that all of them are from New World, which is quite cool. And like a lot of times people, wines that are from the New World all cannot make it. But actually all wines are pretty enjoyable.
I think it's very interesting because actually when we came we didn't expect it to be New World.
Yeah.
But I think today what we only realized it when we started tasting. Oh my God, today's everything is New World today. And we had such a good time. And look, it shows that New World wines, I think they're nowhere inferior towards the Old World wines.
Yes.
And they're really enjoyable at great price points. And they've got that complexity, they've got that fresh, and most importantly that drinkability.
Yes.
That we can drink now. So really exciting. And then we've got a mix of like really small batch kind of producers and producers that are quite established but still making family-owned wines, right? And with New Zealand, South Africa, Australia. Yeah, I think it's a really great lineup with so many different grape varietals. Yeah, so
Wait, what is New World?
New World.
Say New World, New World. What is New World?
New World. Okay, so basically there is no hard and fast rule what is New World, but generally speaking, right, Old World wines are typically wines where there was a very classic way of winemaking, where mentality of winemaking is to follow tradition.
Yeah.
So generally the European guys are considered what we consider Old World, where wine has been made according to the style reference for a long time, and people make wine as part of their daily life and lifestyle. A lot of the more migrant countries, where the countries are filled with more European migrants, so Australia, New Zealand, even South Africa, or Chile, Argentina, America, right? Wine was created, some of them initially was created as part of life. But eventually, because of several wars and things like that happen, history, right? These wines, these regions, they produce wine for more commercial reasons, and for people, of course, to people to enjoy. But it's a turnover is higher, and it's more approachable, it's fresher in style, and all that. So hence they kind of call it like New World and all that. So You know, there isn't really a hard and fast rule, but generally because of that, the drinkability, the freshness, the ripeness, and of course, over time, science taught them that, hey, you know what, the climate conditions in these southern hemisphere places and like and also America is a bit unique. They produce wines that are like that, a bit more fruit, more ripe, and they're used to this flavor profile.
Okay.
So I think that's why that's New World, and Old World is basically a bit more traditional, more classic, more European palate, not so more subtle, more in your not so ripe,
forward in
not so
your
fruit
face.
forward,
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it in terms of style and how you kind of want to think of them. But really, there is no actual this is New World, Old World. So there's some places that like in like Middle Asia and all that, right? I mean, they are old world, but
they're old school, right?
But
like the
commercial winemaking is only pretty much recently. So I don't know if there's new or old world. Hard to place them.
Right. Middle world.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for answering my question, but never answered.
Yeah, I got a curveball. So must if you cannot convince, you must confuse. Yeah, that's the whole idea. Clement.
Thanks for that. Nick, would you like to tell more about the next show, maybe about what we have in store?
Well, mark your calendars. So we are planning the next show. Yes, mark it now. The next show is planned for 26 February. Same time, 7 to 8 p.m. is also a Saturday.
26 February.
We have some ideas in mind, but maybe we'll let you guys tell us what actually you want to see. What wine labels, what kind of food pairing you're interested in. Tell us what kind of theme, we plan for it. And then most importantly, come and support us for 26th of February.
Yeah, so feel free to type in there at the bottom, like what do you feel like having. Maybe you have like dim sum and viognier.
Come on, don't be so boring. Durian, challenge us. Okay, we'll connect durian pairing for you.
Six style of durian with 6 flight of wine. Wow. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Just type whatever you have in mind.
Challenge us, make life difficult a bit.
Correct.
Huh? Yeah, so please comment on the comments down below. Either that or you can DM us on our a Facebook Live, the comment section, or any of our social media. If you just text us, tell us what you like to. So we'll try to collate as much as possible and pick the most popular one or the most daring, naughty one. Okay?
Okay. And if you need some inspiration on what to drink and pair, please log on to Straits Wines online page, right? And for today only, SWC Live, 20%, right? Get inspiration at a discounted rate. Since the 老板 say already, take advantage of them. Don't scare.
Please time to chong and buy your wines.
Correct. 老板不在，员工乱卖。That's the idea today. Okay.
Sad to say it's the end of our tasting session already. It's been a pleasure to be with both of you from Praelum Bistro.
Thank you.
Really, really good food and good wines from Straits Wine Company.
Thank you,
it has been a pleasure. So I look forward to seeing all of you again, everyone. Thanks for joining us and having us. It's been a pleasure. This is the first episode, so because of popular demand, according to the live, the comment they say next month, so we'll try to do one every month. Try only, I don't promise. Okay, if not, thank you everyone for your time. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a good weekend. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Enjoy your drinks.